Welcome to the live feed, everyone. Today is Thursday, and we are having our Hatha Yoga class, as we do every Thursday. And we have also a live class on Saturday, which is Vinyasa. Now, the difference between these two methods, especially as I teach them, is both include holding postures and alignment. And Hatha Yoga will just have less movement and slower movement. It doesn't mean I teach my vinyasa fast per se, although I always encourage you to go at your own pace and to be smooth. So that could be a little faster, or that could be slower. And that goes for the Hatha Yoga as well. If you like one form of practice more than the other, and it really benefits you to stick to that type, you can still do both classes. You just add in some vinyasa in between the held poses in a Hatha Yoga class, Chaturanga Up Dog, and in vinyasa, leave that out if you want more of the Hatha Yoga experience. I encourage people to experience both the less movement and the more movement, but if you have very specific needs and you really need to meet those needs on a given day, please adapt and add more movement, less movement. You always want to adapt as well. Rest when you need, do an extra push-up, more effort, less effort, come out of poses sooner, hold poses longer. So really, I'm leading a sequence. You can follow it along exactly, but you can customize, optimize, and adapt as you need. Just make sure you're making adaptations that you know are going to work for you. So we'll go ahead, having said all that, and begin with some deep breaths. Check that the feet are even and parallel. Stand tall through the legs and the spine. Lift the chest. The shoulders can be a little bit back and down. The arms just hang down. And we're breathing deep all the while. Continue to ground in your standing form. A couple more deep breaths. And we'll go ahead and lift the arms and twist side to side. Keep the hips pretty still, so you're just moving the spine mostly. And continue with very steady breath. And you're even on both sides, just relax. Now let's go ahead and roll the shoulders. Both directions. And then paint the house. And roll the elbows. Both directions. Very good. Do the wrists. Both directions. Getting all those little Rice Krispies out of the wrists. And then rolling the hips. Both directions. And feet together. Bending the knees, rolling the knees. Both directions. Yeah. Stand tall, lift the arms, weave the fingers and push up through the palms. Draw into the abdominals, set the shoulders, bend and extend the arms. And switch the weave so the opposite finger is forward, push up, and then stretch to the side. And other side. Come back to center. And swan dive over the legs. Maybe bend the knees. We're going to take a half lift and then fold down. 2 more times. Maybe hold the legs, option to bend the knees so you can really get that flat back when you do your half lift. So it's helping the discs and it's good for the core. And then next time you make flat back, let's go ahead and stand up all the way. Lift the arms. Now hook the thumbs and spread the fingers like cartoon sunshine. Pull the thumbs apart so you're working on your pulling strength. Squeeze the abs, tuck the glutes a bit. Switch your grip. Pull the thumbs apart, squeeze the abs, set the shoulders, so shoulders down. That's what set the shoulders means, at least how I mean it. And relax. Very good. Let's do some half sun salutes. We want flat back the whole time, or at least when we're standing up. Very important. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, touch down. Consider bending the knees if you don't have a flat back for standing up. And we'll repeat. Roll down, flat back, stand up. It's strengthening the core more. It's better for your discs. We all know lifting with the rounded back and not bending the knees, very bad for your back. No different when you're just lifting the weight of your body. The weight of your torso is plenty for the discs to bear, and it's better to use the back muscle strength rather than burden the joints. Flat back is core strength in the posterior core. Very good. Next time hands come down, take a downward dog. In the ancient forms of yoga, this was called mountain pose. So you can strike that pose with the hips high, like lifting the peak of the mountain, as if the tailbone were the highest mountain peak in the Himalayas. And then child's pose. Let's go ahead and come on up to sitting or kneeling and take a big step up with the right foot. Align the knee with the ankle. Maybe move the back leg further back if you don't have enough of a stretch. Work on lifting the chest. So you're lengthening the spine as well as opening up in the legs and hips. Take the right hand to the knee and lift the chest a little more. Now use that lift to get a nice deep twist, pushing onto the thigh a little bit, just above the knee, and opening the shoulders. And come on down. And now spin to the side of the mat. Now we're in a pyramid stretch, and we'll bend the left leg, and then bend the right. And come on back to center. Go ahead and bend both legs and lift the chest and lengthen and round the back. Bend both legs, lengthen the back, lift the chest, and lengthen the spine. Lengthen the legs, round the spine. Bend the knees, extend, lengthen the legs, roll. Bend the knees, extend, and then neutral. Neutral legs, neutral spine. Draw into your core, flat back lift, arms up. Open up the right knee, turn the back foot up, warrior two. And then glide on down. Runner stretch. Hips down. And if you like, lift, hold the knee, or lift, extend the arms. Exhale, downward dog. Deep breath. Hips high. Remember the mountain. Lift for the peak. Very good. And then child. Deep breath. And come on up to sitting. And take a big step up with the left foot. Left foot steps up. Knee above the ankle, working the hips down. Work on lifting the chest. Deep, deep breath. And then left hand on the left knee, a nice deep twist. Deep breath. Very good. Unwind. Spin to the side. Bend the right knee. And then the left. Come on back to center. And draw into the core. Stand on up. And open up the left foot. Turn the back foot in. Spread the toes. Warrior two. And glide on down. Runner stretch. Either runner with the hands on the ground or lift and hold the thigh. Still the knees above the ankles. Such a crucial form. And an option to lift the arms. And downward. And then walk or hop to the front of the mat. Half lift, full fold. Straight back lift. Inhale, lift, and raise the arms. Relax the arms. Double check that the feet are still parallel. Take a little bit of a chair. If you feel good in your knees, go a little further. Lift the arms a little more. And maybe go really deep and really open the arms. But if it's not feeling good in your body, just stay with the basic form. Breathe. And then plank pose. Knees down, lower all the way. And inhale, easy cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, basic locust. Legs and chest lift. And exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra, using the arms just a bit. Elbows stay bent, shoulders roll back. And exhale, release. Inhale, up dog. You can just lift to neutral, otherwise bring the hands to low ribs, lift and lift the thighs, upward dog, and then use the core, downward dog. Deep breath. Yeah, go ahead and lower the knees. Take a big step up with the right foot. Runner's lunge. And have the left hand grounded. Right arm up. Come on down. And go ahead and take Crescent Lunge. So back heel centered. You can do a warrior one if the balance is really off. Front foot and knee centered or slightly open is actually good for the hips and glutes. Arms extend or hold the thigh or do cactus arms if you don't like getting that full extension. And we'll go ahead and come back to raised runner's lunge and do a twist, this time with the knee off the ground. Of course, you could do knee down if you need, like we just did. Otherwise, a few deep breaths here. And come on down. Now hover onto the fingertips. Stay like this, or extend the arms forward and lift the body a little bit more. Very good. And then come on down. Plank position. Right knee down. Left arm up. Side plank. And come on down. Other side. And come on down. Plank position. Hold. And then knees down. Left foot up. Runner's lunge. Again, knee above ankle. And we'll take the twist with the left arm up. Good. Come on down. Lengthening the back leg. Rise up. Crescent. Deep breath. And hands down. Turn the right hand to the right. Left arm up. Rotated crescent. Come on down. Hover on the fingers. Stay like this. Maybe hold the knee or extend the arms out. Back leg strong, hips centered. Balancing and breathing. Yeah, plank position. Right arm up, stack the legs. Maybe have the left wrist a little forward if you need. You can do knee down or kickstand. Otherwise, legs stacked, side plank. And then without rushing, switch sides. Active feet. Keep the hips lifting. Come down slowly. Lower all the way. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog. Or just lift to neutral. Exhale. Downward dog. Right foot steps up, very, very light. Warrior one. Squaring the hips for a great stretch. Hands down, lift the back heel, and twist. Left arm down, right arm up. Come on down. And lift the torso a bit. Lift the arms. Downward dog. Light step, left foot up. Move slow to build the abdomen. Left foot up. Left knee above ankle. Warrior one. Squaring the hips. All the while. Still breathing. Hands down, centering the back heel. Take your twist. Right arm down, left arm up. Come on down. Either hover on the fingers, hold the knee, or lift and extend the arms. Neutral neck, tracking your balance on the floor. Breathe. Exhale. Downward dog. Knees down. Lengthen the spine, turn to the side, and walk or hop the feet apart. And draw into the core, hips back, stand on up. Open the arms and the right foot, turn the back foot up, spread all 10 toes. Take warrior, back leg very strong. Very good. Relax the arms and the legs. Turn the back foot up. Opening up that left foot. Spreading the toes. Warrior. Good. And relax. And let's go ahead and switch it up to the right foot again. Turn the back foot in. Warrior two. Now bring the hands to heart. And then point the fingers towards each other so you can stretch the wrists as the arms work away. Let's do that at more of a pace. Hands to heart, fingers point, stretching the wrists, coming back to form. And then relaxing and switching sides. Take time to really get the footing. The back foot angles up. You really open that front foot so you have great form in your knee. And knee opens, the hip opens. Warrior, hands to heart. Pause just briefly, and then fingers face each other. Slow motion wrist stretch. Arms extend out. More fluid, hands together, arms extend out. Back to form, steady gaze. And then relaxing everything. Arms and legs relax. Centering the feet. Hinge down. Left hand under the right side of the chest. Twist, right arm up. You could just hold the low back if you need support. And come on down. Right hand under the left side of the chest. Twist. And come on down. Put a big bend in the knees. Stand up. Bring the feet a little closer. Open the toes. Horse stance. Bend the knees. Hold the knees. Or bring the arms up and sit low. Deep breath. Very good. And then standing tall. And relaxing the arms and legs. Slowly walk the feet closer to each other. And then stand in with the feet together. Take tree pose. You can do foot on the calf or even toes on the ground. And if you can, have the foot high into the thigh. the heel digging in to the muscle. So it gives the muscle a little massage and it keeps the foot in place. Open the right knee, left hip back. Option to lift the arms. Deep breath. And then we'll switch sides. Take time, remember low position. Don't push it against the knee, don't do that. But you could have it higher than the knee or lower than the knee. The heel digging into the upper thigh eventually, the right hip back, left knee back, arms out, maybe hold the wall, hold the hips if you need. Arms lifted if you can. Smooth out the breath and have a steady gaze. Very centered as you practice. And arms and legs relaxed. Let's come back to a nice wide stance again. Open up the right foot and the arms. Warrior two. Now we're going to lower the arms. Clasp the hands. Inhale, lift, sustain, extended warrior. And now as a flow, arms lower completely. Clasp the hands, lift, and then come to center. Arms, legs relax. Turn the back foot up. Open the left foot. Spreading the toes. Warrior two. Hands relax. Inhale, lift. Hold and integrate the core. And then arms out and down. One more flow, this time going right through it, right into form, warrior two. And relax arms and legs, bring the feet a little closer in, and then open the toes. One more round of horse stance or goddess pose, Devi Asana. Bend, open the knees to open the groin, stay like that, or bring the arms up. And then come on up to standing. Slowly walk the feet closer to each other. Feet together. Maybe hold the wall if you need. And stretch the right thigh. Hug the knees towards each other. Hug the heel toward the glute. Tuck the glutes down and arms in. Steady gaze. Option to lift that left arm. Or keep holding the wall. And switching sides. We've worked the thigh muscles sufficiently today, so it's good to give them a nice, well-deserved release. So we'll stretch the left thigh, hold the wall if you need, otherwise have the arm up. Abs in. The knee tends to creep up and go out, which is, it's not horrible, but it's better if you have the knee pretty much glued to the other knee. So from the knees up, it's one big leg. And release. And widen the feet a bit. Inhale. Arms up. Exhale, plank. Hold a little bit. And breathe. Be active in the legs. If you don't want to hold plank, you could lower to face down. That's where we're going eventually. So you could rest there or keep holding plank. Keep lifting out of the shoulders. And then lower down. And let's take a half frog. Left arm under the head, stretch the right thigh. Press the front of the hips down. Work the heel a little bit wide. Tuck the glutes a tad. Slow down the breath. And go ahead and release. Let's do the other side. Big stretch into the left thigh. The heel goes a little bit wide, tucking the glutes. Deep, deep breath. Very good. Let's go ahead and switch to a nice Sphinx stretch. And work on lifting the chest a bit. And come on down. Use the core to lift and take downward dog. And knees down. Let's take a big step up with the right foot. Actually, you may want to be a little shorter for this type of lunge. We're going to do lunge with the thigh stretch. If your kneecap is sore, you can skip it or put a towel under it. If you want to just do a long lunge, put the leg back and just do the arm lifting or any of the forms with the hands without reaching for the back foot, good idea. But if you feel like you can do so effectively, reach for that back foot. And now we're doing the runner thigh stretch. And eventually you can creep the distance more and just don't bend the knee beyond the ankle. That's a lot of pressure on that back knee, so cushion it as needed or just skip this extra addition. Basic runner, level 1, this more level 2. Make sure you can breathe. All right, very good. And then without snapping back, you have a smooth release, as smooth as you can. Now move the foot wide, and we'll do a hamstring connector stretch where you bring the elbows down, work the hips down, deep, deep breath. And come on up. And release. And take a big step up with the left foot. Maybe do a shorter distance. If you know that it's hard to reach that back foot, you do a shorter runner. You're not stretching the hamstring connector or hip flexor as much, but you'll be able to get that deep quad stretch in the runner. It's hard to balance. Remember to pad the knee if you need. Yeah. Stay with the breath. That's it. And a little bit more time here. You can do any of the options, any of the basic runners. If this doesn't suit you, otherwise we're enjoying thoroughly releasing those quadriceps. We work them hard, we give them a nice, thorough release with a bunch of variations. One more big breath. That's good. And a controlled movement. Release that back foot. Maybe lengthen the distance if you need. Don't bend the knee beyond the ankle, but do open the foot slightly. Bring the arms down, maybe just hands down or elbows down for the dragon lunge. Very good. And then come on back up. Lowered face down. And inhale, cobra. See how that feels? You might feel better in your spine having released the thighs as it's all connected. And we'll lower. Now tuck the chin, roll the cobra. The head lifts last. You make a nice wave through the spine. And lower. Bring the hands a little higher and wider. And take cobra and hold. If you want to do Sphinx again, feel free. Otherwise, we'll try for about 45 seconds, maybe even a minute in cobra. 20, 30 seconds is perfectly fine. Do less, do more. Make it your practice. Prioritize your breath. Keep reaching back through the legs and the ankles specifically. See if you can keep contact with the pinky toenails. That will mean that you're not compressing your L5 and S1 as much. Very good. Come on down. Wiggle a little bit. Make sure the hips are relaxed, the low spine's relaxed. And use the core and lift. Take downward dog. And right knee forward swan. And we're going to do a swan forward bend. You can do a cradle laying down if your knee hurts in swan, or you can do another dragon. Let's take the forward bend. A lot of times we do back bends or even more thigh stretches in this, but today we're going right for the good stuff, right for the forward bend. We're going to let go of the busyness of the mind. Breathe, relax the shoulders and hips and spine, and enjoy. And now we're going to carefully lean to the side and pivot. And now we're in a straddle, continuing to open up the hips, but in a different way. So take the straddle, more narrow if you're newer, wider when you become more proficient. Keep rolling the femorals, heads back, roll the thighs back, lift up, and stretch to one side. And lift up, stretch to the other side. Very good. Let's go ahead and slowly switch back to hands and knees. Extend the right leg and lift just hip height. Really tone around the knee with the left arm. And switch. Very good. Release all of that. And go ahead and take downward dog. Left side, swan. Remember your options. If you modified on the first side, you should probably do that same modification. Sometimes you don't need to modify the second side, but you kind of do, because otherwise you keep improving on the side that's already good, which is going to keep you lopsided. So don't do that. Modify both sides the same way. So you work on evening out the body. Take the forward bend if you don't need to modify. Remember all those areas to relax. Shoulders and the spine and the neck, and then deep relaxation into the hips as you breathe and enjoy. Very good. Let's go ahead and lift on up. Adjust. Open the legs into a nice straddle. Lift the arms. Sit tall. And then lower the hands. Glide forward, but stay up on the fingertips. And eventually glide further. Maybe lower the arms, but don't slouch. Lengthen through the chest. And breathe. Keep breathing. Yeah, let's go ahead and lift up. And bring the feet together. Butterfly. Hips back. Sitting with your back against the wall can help a lot, especially if you're stiff. You have a hard time sitting up straight. Sitting on a cushion is good. We're going to get the outer edges of the feet and the heels gluing in, but then opening the balls of the feet out. And you can manually tuck the hips back or sit on a blanket. And you can firm the glutes a little bit. When you engage one side of an area, the other side, front of the hips, will tend to release more. So sit nice and tall and enjoy the stretch. Very good. Let's go ahead and switch to preparing to lower onto the back. Scoot up. You have plenty of room. Roll back. And take knees to chest. And then set up for a nice bridge. Watch out for your ponytail if you have one, so the back of the head and neck can be aligned. And we'll inhale, lift to bridge. Open the chest. If you just lift part way, that's totally fine. Keep the feet and the thighs parallel. And come on down and take rest. If you need more rest, rest is yours to take. Take as much as you want. If you're ready to do another bridge, lift, maybe go a little deeper this time, hold a little longer. Deep breath. And come on down. And go ahead and make the feet wide and bend the knees in. Good. Bring the feet closer together. Open the arms, lengthen the left leg, and now let's take a nice twist. Hip side stretch. Keep the shoulders grounded as you roll up onto the left side of the hip. Deep, deep breath. Long, slow exhale. And come on back to center. And let's try the other side. Keep the shoulder down on both sides. Use the arm a little bit to stretch. Set a little bit deeper and breathe. And when you're nice and even, come back to center. And we'll take Shavasana. You can do the classic form or anything that feels like a good Shavasana for you. Taking time to be still, softening from the outside in and the inside out. Softening each breath. Inhale and exhale, become effortless. If you want to turn the volume off and do 15 minutes, then that would be great. However, we can do several minutes together if you'd like. Just taking time to close the eyes and enjoy stillness in the body that transcends into the mind. Let's go ahead and deepen the breath. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Take knees to chest. And we'll gradually come back to a comfortable seat. Sit nice and tall. Breathe deep. Let's do a clearing breath and then 3 ohms to conclude. Inhale through the nose. And then inhaling for Om. Namaste. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. These classes are supported by your donations, so please click on PayPal or Venmo is even better in the link below. Send me what you can. A little bit's great, medium amount, a lot if you're thriving. And if you don't have money to spare, then just click the link in the tab, text it to 2 or 3 friends, say, hey, this is some good yoga, people who you think will appreciate doing this practice, and that could be your contribution. So thank you all for that. Also, if you haven't yet, subscribe and then click the bell next to it so that you can get notifications when a new class is up. These are live feeds I do 2 or 3 times a week, usually twice, occasionally a bonus one, and they all get saved. So if you can't make the live feed time, it will be in the upload, and I have a whole collection. And I have some professionally produced DVDs that I added for donation on YouTube as well. So enjoy, practice as often as you like, and everything that you contribute is greatly appreciated. You're training with me online, sharing with your friends, and if you can, contributing to my family monetarily. It helps us out very, very much so, and I look forward to training together more soon. So Saturday Vinyasa, remember the little chalk talk we had at the beginning? You can add vinyasas to Hatha Yoga if you like to move. You can take the chaturangas out of vinyasa if you like this type of practice more. They're going to be still and held poses in both, which is very good for grounding. And I'm excited to keep training together throughout the winter. So without further ado, I'm going to turn off the devices and say goodbye. Also, sleep, be nice to your neighbors, friends, and family, and drink water.